Hey guys, Crypto Spook here.
And this is Moriarty.
And we're bringing you SwingStar for VR, which I played on the HTC Vive. So this game seems to be about physics and swinging, and it's actually kind of fun to play. I enjoyed myself. So you have both your hands, which I don't really think you needed, but I guess they help. And the levels are mazes, which you have to swing from object to object with the intention of getting to the bell, which you swing around and then explode into confetti.
So are you always behind the guy? Do you move?
You do not move.
It's not room scale.
It is room scale. I couldn't figure out whether or not it did anything. It was very annoying, as a matter of fact. So I couldn't figure out exactly what was going on and how to control my character, because the only instructions they give you in the game are look up and then swing. And I don't know whether or not I'm able to control how long the tether is that attaches me to these objects I'm swinging on by looking up or down.
It does look like you're just kind of dragging your face on the ground.
Yeah, and they didn't explain it. There's no help, no instructions that tell me this. And I just kind of smashed into the ground. And this happens many times throughout the game, and I think I got superstitious, and I was just like, okay, if I look down here, then it'll shorten the tether, but I had no idea. I had literally no idea what I was supposed to do in order to... See, that time I didn't smash into the ground for some reason.
Yeah, I don't understand.
The swinging around was quite fun, though.
It looks like fun.
It is, but it's third person, so it's not exactly you flying through there like you are, but you're kind of disembodied.
Still.
Like, I kept accidentally letting go because I'm like, whee! And I wanted to keep flying, but it was like, no, you're done now. And then I kept having to redo the level. But like I said, I didn't understand. There's no help or explanation that tells me how to make the tether shorter, longer, anything.
Oh, that's funny.
So, developer, I gotta know, is there a static length for this tether depending on the size of the box I picked, or?
No, I would assume it is a standard length depending on how far away you are, because that's what it looks like to me.
You think?
I think it's dependent on how far away you are. So if you're doing, a box that's really far away, you're dragging your face on the ground.
Wow, I did not think about that one at all. That's probably how it works.
Yeah, it makes sense to me, man.
Well, if that's the case, there's some levels where I was not able to avoid smashing my face on the ground right at the beginning of the level, and I don't think there's any game that should require you to take damage.
It still looks like a neat idea, and it looks like it's the kind of thing that's pretty fun to just kind of play around with.
I definitely had fun. I just really want to know whether or not I gave myself neck pain for a good reason.
What do you mean neck pain?
Because, okay, so I played for probably 40 minutes just playing this game. I'm doing all these crazy neck and head swings to try and maneuver my character. And I don't know whether or not it actually did anything useful.
Probably not, knowing you.
Maybe not.
What can you tell me about the game?
So there are certain secrets in the game that you can find, and there's also several ways to beat each level. There's a goal for how you should beat it, and most of the time you're going to replay these levels more than once. Most of the time you're going to replay these levels more than once because you're not exactly sure where you're supposed to go.
So you're going to try it a couple of times, say, oh wow, I was definitely not supposed to go there.
Well, yeah, mainly half the time you don't know where the level ends, so you just kind of have to go somewhere, and you usually just take the one closest to you to see if you can figure out where it is. The level design was nice. The soundtrack to it was actually pretty pleasant. I found myself enjoying the soundtrack the entire time. And the feeling of flight was very enjoyable. I will certainly admit that. And because it's third person, I feel like people wouldn't have a significant issue with the motion sickness.
Yeah, I remember Windlands, and I remember that when you're on the swings, it's not so bad. It feels good because, you're reaching out your hands and then you're moving forward, so it feels okay. It was really the walking that was kind of killer. I imagine the same kind of feeling would happen here where you're just kind of swinging and going with it.
Well, since there's literally no walking in the game, if you hit the ground,
right,
you pretty much, you're done.
Right. On top of that, since you have an external third person there, I imagine that's a lot easier to kind of distance yourself from the nauseation that VR can cause.
So the graphics weren't amazing or anything, but they were as nice as they needed to be, I suppose. It's kind of a puzzle game, too. Does that make sense?
Because of how you have to figure your way through everything. And you said there are secrets?
On different levels, there'll be a door, and you have to find the key, which is hidden in plain sight. It's not like it's hard to find. It's just you won't actually be looking in that direction very often. So unless you're looking for them, you might not see the key or the door. But the level map shows you which levels have a key on them and a door. So I think once I went through one of the doors, so there are secret hidden stuff in the levels. You'll see them, but it's very difficult to get to them. You got to use skill-based moves to get there. One of them is secret keys, which lead to a door that opens up and takes you to another level, which I can't quite... I don't understand. I guess you can only get to that level through the door, and you get more...
You know what this reminds me of?
That? What?
It reminds me of Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
I can't say that I played Donkey Kong, so...
You never played Donkey Kong?
I did, just not very much.
Like Donkey Kong Country, you know? There's barrels that you gotta jump in and they shoot you places. This is like a platformer in VR. I'm really enjoying watching you just go...
It's not fun. Especially when you can't reach the stuff that you're really trying to reach. And you do have health, and you can kill yourself if you smash into too many things.
Yeah, this kid... He's kind of just limp.
He is a noodle, and he has a giant extendable hand that extends from his head.
Yeah, I'm not sure what...
He's a freak.
Right? Like, this is not a normal kid.
He is not a normal kid. And why? There's like no chin strap on that helmet. It should break his neck, first of all. Every one of these swings is like 50 G's on his neck. On his neck!
So he is not actually a human being. He's just a corpse that is currently holding on to the coils for this retractable hand.
Yep, it is. This is a head crab. It is a head crab super mutant armor, and this is the body that he has taken, and the amount of G-forces are just impressive.
So now you get the key.
I die, don't worry. Right before I get there.
But the door's right there.
Yeah, watch. Just watch.
How did you die?
I hit the wall.
Oh, that sucks.
I was mad.
Look mad. That's funny. So it turns out this is only for the Vive right now, but it is Oculus Gear and Vive.
Oh, that's interesting.
Did you manage to beat the game?
No, I got close. I probably got 3/4 of the way through in like 30 minutes.
There's supposedly a boss battle in this game.
A what?
Right?
You don't kill anybody. How could there be a boss battle?
There's a boss battle. Also, you can decide to play this with the headset and no controllers, or using the controllers, and you can then look around and press on your keyboard or your gamepad. So it's even useful for Oculus users who haven't bought the touch controllers. That means that it could also go onto the PSVR, since they don't have controllers other than, you know, the Move controllers, which, let's face it, most people didn't buy the Move to have the controllers in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. This is a lot of timing involved in this game, by the way.
Do you have to actually get in the door?
I don't. Nope, you just gotta grab the door and it should pull you in once it's open. This is the secret level that unlocks, and just like any other level. So did the thing you looked up tell you anything about what you need to do? It was like, hey, you can do stuff and such. Well, no, I guess not, if it's an option to not even need the thing.
Yeah, it just says attach, and that's it. So I'm assuming it really is just the distance, and you were completely wrong.
Well, that's good. I'm sure this game will look very strange to everybody else then, what with me constantly looking up and down for no reason.
Right? I don't know why you would do that.
I'm just a jerk.
Well, that is true. That is true. Yeah, constantly looking up and down going, come on, I want to get more.
Yeah, I'm like, more distance, less distance.
I don't know. This special mission looks pretty neat, actually.
It is kind of fun.
Yeah, this is definitely a puzzle game.
It's super puzzle game.
This is cool. This is a platformer. How often do you get to play a platformer in VR? And this actually looks like it's pretty okay.
It's definitely pretty okay. It's kind of like Climby in the fact that it's a platformer.
I don't know. I didn't feel like Climby was really a platformer.
Oh, no, wait, no. That door just took me straight into the next level. I see now that those missions were locked because I didn't do the door. There was also pretty much no options in the game either. No way to increase the graphical settings. You could basically turn on or off the music, and that was it.
And the crosshair.
And the crosshair. That's very true.
Okay, so because you had not completed the mission, you had gone through the door, it didn't allow you to go through it again. So, it's a little bit of Mario then as well. I remember in Super Mario Land, if you unlocked some of the special things, you still had to go back through the old mission and beat it the proper way in order to continue. So I guess it really does take a lot of influences from old school platformers. I think that's pretty neat, personally.
Look at this kid Ragdoll, though.
Oh, the kid's weird. The kid's kind of freaky, because he's definitely not a kid. He is absolutely... This is Octodad's kid, okay?
Octodad?
I would like for them to have a voice actor, just one, who just berates you if you do it badly.
Or even the kid just going, ow. Or it would actually probably be pretty funny if the kid, like, cried when he smacked into stuff. Like, ah, mommy!
That would get old really fast. You know it would.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe you could unlock new cries as you go.
No, I want a sarcastic narrator. I want... awesome. When you do bad. You've really got it.
The guy from the UK version of The Office?
Right, you know, just, you did really good when you get 2 stars, you know?
And like I said, the music to this was actually probably one of the best parts of it for me. I found myself grooving to the music quite a few times throughout it.
Altogether, I think this looks like a lot of fun. I think this looks like a cool little game. And it's available for $7.99.
Well, that's not bad at all.
And there's a little bit of, like, Angry Birds here, too. This has a whole lot of influences, and I kind of like all of them. How long do you think that you could spend in this game, realistically?
I could see myself spending hours here.
If they release DLC packs that include, you know, another 25 levels kind of thing, that would follow along with the expectation of mobile gaming that they seem to be having here anyways. This feels like a kind of mobile game where it's something that you can jump in, play a level real quick, complete it a couple of times to get really good at it kind of deal, but doesn't require that you actually sit down and invest 3 or 4 hours of game.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I could see myself coming back to this quite often.
I can absolutely already picture, with just kind of how it feels, hey, another 25 levels have been released in our new DLC pack for $2.99 or whatever it is. I can see that, and I can see how that would increase the amount of gameplay that's available here just exponentially. Wow, you're bad at this game, aren't you?
I didn't understand. So if there was one thing that I could change about this game, and as much as I am all about skipping tutorials, you need a better tutorial for this game. There was literally no tutorial, it was just the first level.
Yeah, because you just keep rubbing your face on the ground over and over again.
There's no way to know. I mean, I still don't even know that that is a fact, that, you know, the distance away is how far your tether's gonna be.
I don't know, it sure looks like that. As we keep watching this, it sure seems to be that exactly.
It might be. That might be it.
Yeah, no, dude, absolutely. Look at how long they are compared to where you are. That's how it works. So there you go, guys. That's SwingStar. What did you think, Crypto?
I had fun playing it. Like I said, I just wish there was a better explanation of the game.
If they could clarify some of the systems here, the mechanics, just so that we as players know what we're doing, I think that this would be a great game. This looks like a lot of fun, and I know that Crypto's had a lot of fun playing it too. And I want this as a party game because I want to be standing there watching Crypto get his face dragged along the ground.
You're just a little bit jealous, that's all.
Oh, God, that's hilarious. It's so funny.
All right, guys, so that is SwingStar. Let us know what you think in the comments down below.
If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. Don't forget to leave a comment. Let us know what you thought below. Also join our weekly contest where we give away a free game once a week. On top of that, don't forget to subscribe, check out the Patreon, and we will see you on the next one.